Hey guys, welcome back. So today's video sort of has relation to the movie Dragon Day. If you remember, maybe a few months back, I had posted a video on my review of the Dragon Day movie after watching it and what I took from it. If you didn't watch that, feel free to go back and watch it, but you may have already seen the movie. And I'm going to try to be as clear and concise in this video as possible, but I am very concerned, worried, scared about something that just kind of came into my realization. Where do I start? Okay, so I'm going to tell you about my background a little bit, my history. Before I came to my current job, my brother and I sold military surplus and all sorts of other surplus on eBay. That's what we did for a living. eBay has kind of like fallen off the fallen off the cart I don't know if that's the right term, but not as many people use eBay nowadays. But we sold military surplus, medical surplus, lab equipment, basically anything that would be sold on the surplus market, we would resell it on eBay. And we kind of came into a little niche of the military surplus. And not all the equipment is like pertaining specifically to military. A lot of this stuff was test equipment, lab equipment, and gear, stuff that could be used on any market, really. So basically, we would buy from military surplus auctions and then resell it on eBay. And it did great for a good amount of time. But one thing I do want to say about military surplus, and if you are in the military, you probably know about this. When anything goes onto the military surplus market, there are things called demil codes, demilitarization codes. And there's specific codes that, okay, this stuff has to be scrapped, destroyed, wiped, melted in acid. Like, this stuff has to be destroyed, and this stuff can be resold, parted out, that kind of thing. So there are certain things that are considered classified, secret, that kind of stuff that when the military surpluses them, it can either be sold to a scrapper, like a metal scrapper, who has contracts with the military, or it can be sold on the market where my brother and I would buy stuff. And, you know, there's certain places online that you can buy them. You have to buy in bulk. Basically, you're not buying like one or two items. You're buying 30, 50, 200, or thousands of those items because they just want to get rid of them. So some things are put on that resale market. Some things go to scrappers. The scrappers are supposed to destroy those things. I can tell you from kind of my personal experience or through seeing myself that the scrappers do not destroy that stuff. It winds up on the secondary market. A lot of things that are supposed to be destroyed go back onto the secondary market and get sold all over the world. Okay, so my brother and I were selling the stuff that you were allowed to resell. And after I got out of that line of business, this is a long story to get to where I'm getting to. I'm sorry, please hang with me. After I got out of that business, went to my current job, I still really enjoyed the thrill of buying and selling and buying surplus, reselling, making a profit. And it's kind of one of my side gigs. So I still buy from these surplus websites and, you know, just keep the stuff in my garage, whatever I can store there. And so I am currently selling on eBay. I won't tell you exactly what it is, but it's a form of military surplus that anybody can use. There's no electronics in it. There's nothing secret or top secret about it. But I'm still selling on eBay. And last night I got a message from a buyer that they want to buy everything. They want to buy every last bit of what I have for sale. And I was like, sweet, that's awesome. Like, I could really use that cash after Christmas. And they said, is there any way that you could do free shipping? Well, currently the way I have it set up, the buyer pays the shipping because I won't make much of a profit if I pay for the shipping. Otherwise, I'd have to raise my cost on that item and it wouldn't be competitive. Anyway, I said, okay, where are you located so I can calculate what my shipping costs are? And they said, their shipping address is in Portland, Oregon. I'm going to show you some screenshots up over here, okay? This is like the conversation. I'm going to try to like put it in front of my face right now so that you can see it. On eBay, you can clearly see where a person's eBay registered account is, and you will see clearly here that this person is not registered or out of the United States. Their screen name, their buyer name is going to be blacked out for their, privacy and my own. So I can see where they're out of. Even though they're telling me their shipping address is in Portland, I know it can be forwarded to other places, specifically places out of the country. And then I can go and look at all of their feedback from things that they have purchased in the past. And I can't see the specific item that they bought, but I can see the buyer that they bought it from and what that buyer sells. And I went through just about every last one of this person's feedback, and everything that they are buying, every seller that they have bought from sells military surplus. United States military equipment, military surplus, military gear, anything that you can think of. And so I'm thinking, why in the world do they just have this great affinity that like they're starting a collection or something? Why in the world are they buying so much military surplus type equipment from the United States? And guarantee you it's not staying in Portland. And if it is, the whole Dragon Day scenario still comes into my mind. Why are they buying all this military equipment? I totally understand it could be for resale purposes. Maybe they have a little shop in Portland, whatever. They're reselling it. I should not make presumptions, but I almost have to, think of what's the ultimate goal of them buying this. And they're not buying small amounts. They're buying a lot. And they've been buying it for over the last year. I can see a year's worth of feedback. And I presume that they're shipping it back to their country of origin because that's where they're located. That's where their eBay account is registered to. But what are they doing with all of this? I can tell you specifically that the item that I'm selling is stamped with a U.S. Marine Corps stamp. And I just don't understand what they would need all that for over there. What is the end game here? What is the goal? I don't think that they are just collectors. So this makes me very weary. If, and this is like a far-fetched, guess, but if these people are outfitting themselves, if other countries are outfitting themselves in U.S. military, Marine Corps, Army, Navy, whatever gear, what could they pull off? What could they do being outfitted in U.S. military gear? Who's going to trust them that shouldn't be trusting them? If they wind up coming to or staying in the United States wearing that gear, they could totally pull themselves off as members of our U.S. military, Marine Corps, etc. And that's where the Dragon Day thought comes in. Because if you haven't seen the movie, please go watch it. In the very end, you see that these people from another country have implanted themselves in the United States. They were all set up here. And we know about these substations, police stations, they say, that are already in the United States, all over the United States, that country is saying, oh, it's just there to help people, fill out paperwork. And, if they want to come back to the home country, it's just there to help their citizens that are in the United States. Sure. But anyway, guys, let me know what you think about this. I haven't responded to this person that wants to buy this stuff from me. Technically, if they're a buyer and I have it listed, I'm supposed to sell it to them. Like they can't buy it and then I tell them, nope, sorry, can't sell this to you, because that would be going back on my eBay contract. But I'm just very, very weary of selling anything that could possibly go into what our country considers not friendly country. What I'm selling couldn't particularly give them any special gain. Like they could go out and buy this item somewhere else. It is U.S. military equipment. It was made for the U.S. U.S. Marine Corps, stamped with the U.S. Marine Corps emblem. but it's not like they couldn't buy this somewhere else and still have the same function, we'll say. I'm talking like this about what I'm selling. It's just for OPSEC, because I don't want somebody going out onto eBay and like, I don't know, there's creepy people going and finding me on eBay, and then, you know. Anyway, let me know what you think. Last night when I got the message, it just really, like, it flooded all these thoughts into my mind about what are they doing with this equipment? Why are they buying so much of it? And what ultimate gain could they get from having all this U.S. military equipment? Actually, on a different note here, I will say that when I started buying military surplus, when my brother and I started doing that, we met all sorts of shady characters that are also in that business, the scrapping business, the business where people have U.S. military contracts to take all the military surplus, all sorts of shady characters. And I can guarantee you that a lot of sensitive equipment from our military has made it overseas, because these people don't care about anything but making money. They'll sell it to anyone. Yeah, so let me know what you think in the comments down below, and hopefully I'll be posting another video either later today or tomorrow. Take care.